All right, I'm about to use my black card, but hear me out. Cool. All right, so the attack of CNN, mostly CNN, recently has been one, Joe Rogan, the king of media, biggest podcast in the world, the man that runs it all, blah, blah, blah. And it all started with Neil Young trying to pull his music from Spotify because he allegedly, or maybe it's confirmed, that Joe Rogan has been putting out misinformation in regards to COVID on his podcast. Mm-hmm. Followed by that, you had India RE. She wanted to pull her music, and that was because of these following two videos. The first one was this bad boy.
Like, you know,
the nigger thing.
Yeah.
Saying the word nigger.
Well, you've already said nigger. D is just like nigger.
Saying nigger.
She's calling you a nigger. It's like this boy that he's a nigger, but starts calling them niggers.
Word nigger.
There should be a word like nigger, especially like the word nigger. That's our nigger. About niggers.
He says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And then our niggers start saying nigger. Allowed to use the word nigger. Out the word nigger. See nigger. Word nigger. Say nigger, and he couldn't say nigger. And most nigger.
It's a hard
Boy, he
ER.
was letting them bitches fly.
bro.
Anyway, followed up by that video was this joke he had at the beginning of his podcast. And here you go.
So anyway, we can't go to there. So I go, you got to go to one where there's Planet of the Apes, man. We're going to go see Planet of the Apes. So I look on the iPhone app, and it says, okay, take me to this one. And the guy goes, okay. I go, is that in a good neighborhood? He's like, oh, yeah. Guy barely speaks English. He takes us there. We get out, and we're giggling. Oh, we're going to go see Planet of the Apes. We walk into Planet of the Apes. We walked into Africa, dude. We walked in the door, and there was no white people. There was no white people. Planet of the Apes didn't take place in Africa. That was a racist thing for me to say. But you see what I'm saying.
All right, so there was that joke. Following these two videos, obviously there was outrage. And people are calling cancel Joe Rogan, pull him off Spotify, deplatform Joe Rogan. And to that I say, bullshit. Like, yes, can't say the N-word, especially if you're not black. But what I won't sit here and tolerate is people calling for fucking censorship. It makes no sense. You can't censor everything because they say something that's not nice or they hurt your feelings or you don't agree. Just don't agree, have a hurt feeling, and move on. Rebuttal it, say something back, but censorship is not the answer. Now, after all that, you know, people are asking for it to be pulled, and this is where I open it to you, gentle people.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that you tied it into censorship because then now I have to argue a different side.
No,
but like
argue
from
what you feel. That's the whole point. Argue what you feel. So I guess the first question I'll lead off for the unpack this segment is: should Joe Rogan be censored?
No.
Okay. Ready?
I personally would not listen to his shit. I don't want censorship in general. That's my politically politically correct response.
Okay, but why? Why don't you guys want censorship?
Because censorship doesn't just affect this one person. It's not just going to affect him. It's going to affect a lot of people that want to speak their mind about things that other people don't agree with. So then that in itself is just like, even if what you're saying is correct, I'm not saying what he's saying is correct or anything valid or to whatever he just spewed out right now. But like, if I have something I legitimately want to talk about and someone's telling me you can't talk about it because it goes against this person's idea or this person's like take on something, then I won't have that free will.
Right.
So I'm against censorship, but I don't like any of the shit he just said right now in either of his videos.
Okay. We'll get to that soon. Saint.
Well, I mean,
Turn the mic.
I honestly want to touch more on Joe Rogan topic more than even censorship. But if you want me to answer your question,
Right, yeah, just to start, like, what should he be censored?
I don't think he should be censored.
So regardless of the multitude of fucking N-words.
All right, so I have so many reasons as to why. Well, firstly, we can start off.
Fuck it. Let's get into it. Go
Firstly,
ahead.
we can start off by I know personally so many white people that say nigga, and I didn't want to say ER because that's rough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just saying nigga in general, right? And it's not only for conversation, but also with hostility. And, you know, it's so that alone is not supposed to be said.
Right.
But it's said. And they say it more when we're not even around. So,
right.
And another thing is just like, for him specifically, he has so many valid points, bro. Like, why are you trying to cancel him just because of that? Like, it's wrong.
Right.
It's wrong. But he has so many other topics that he's spoken about. He's America's most loved podcast, bro.
Easily, yeah.
Easily. He has so many valid points. Other than these, I didn't even know this shit happened until people brought this up. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that he needs to be canceled just because of that. And on top of that, he has a black girlfriend. He has 2
I don't give a fuck if you have.
Hold on.
No, he doesn't have a black girlfriend.
He has 2 black children,
I don't give a-
including
I think
an
his
adopted.
stepkids. I don't think his girlfriend's
The
black.
first one.
I
is
could be
adopted.
wrong. I don't know shit about this man.
So I kind of like looked into it a little bit myself.
Okay.
So his girlfriend or whatever she was to him, I don't know what it is now.
yeah,
but she had,
to be. I mean, cut you off, but in that defense though, there are some racist dudes who do have black kids.
Yo.
which is fair,
Right.
But Joe Rogan is not one of them.
I agree, but I have to point out that side of it.
Of
Go
course,
ahead.
of course. I'm just using it to defend him.
He's about to say something.
How do you know Joe Rogan is not one of them?
How do you know? Joe
You
Rogan?
just said there's.
Listen, and all right. So I don't know him personally.
Rewind. He just said there's a lot of white guys that are low key racist that have black girlfriends or
Well, I mean,
kids
in
or
terms
whatever.
of what he was saying,
Exactly,
to,
that was your
having
point.
Black kids,
Exactly, and then you just said he's not one of them. How do you specifically know that?
I mean, I don't know.
There's
I
no
don't
way
know
to
the
tell.
person,
There's
but-
no.
right.
That's my point. There's no way to tell. So therefore, he should not get a patch just because
So-
he has black kids or whatever.
So
There's
should I
certain things.
assume that
So-
he's racist then? Because
I'm not
he
saying
said
to.
nigga?
I'm not.
So I'm not going
I'm
to
not
assume
saying
that
to
he's
assume.
racist.
But
I'm
yeah,
not saying
the-
to
the
assume
whole-
it's racist,
the
but
point-
there's a sensibility. Like there's a certain sensitiveness to certain topics that you should not say. Like you have black kids. Why would you say a word that you know might offend
If
them?
anything, you're saying that he should just censor saying nigga. But I'm talking about everything that he talks about in general. Why are we censoring everything? If anything, stop saying nigga, but talk about what you're talking about.
I never said to censor this man. I just said that right
See, but
there.
I feel like you're arguing something. Yes, you have a valid point, but you're arguing something outside. Of
Yes,
the
I
discussion.
know that, but that part of the
That-
racism was outside of the
I
discussion
mean,
that you were
personally,
talking
I don't think
about.
he's racist. And this is based on me listening to his podcast for years. And again, it's just podcast. I don't live with this nigga.
We don't know him
I'm
personally.
like,
right?
I don't live with this nigga. I don't live with him, and I don't spend time with him personally. But just listen to his podcast. The people that has defended him, some black, I don't think he's a racist person. Yes, he said. I'm just addressing the N-word thing again. This is not about censorship.
Yeah.
Yes, he said the N-words and he had the bad joke. And there are two sides, right? I'm out here defending Joe Rogan. I didn't want to do this, but
Right.
as far as the joke, the Planet of the Apes, what I feel like people don't understand. And again, this is years of listening to this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is the point of view. The man, the first thing of all, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Comedians do bad jokes all the time, including black people.
And can I point
when they
out-
go for Jewish communities and they have Jewish jokes, they get backlash too. It's just a bad joke. And I played a part of the clip right after it said, he literally acknowledged and said
That sounded racist.
that was racist.
No, he said one part of his joke was the whole part about we were in Africa. That's not the part that he said was racist.
No,
it was
But
something
playing it.
who's
following
to
that.
say that he was talking about black people? He said, "I'm going to see Planet
It's
of the Apes."
insinuated because
See,
It's
but that's
the
thing.
way
That's
it's the
thing.
wordplay of it.
And you see what you said? It's the wordplay. Niggas know he's not talking about black people. It just sounds bad.
right. And the most important part of that clip to me is he acknowledges. He's like,
He acknowledged half of it. Play the clip again.
Okay. Let me pull this up. Damn it. Is this it? Yeah.
Can't go there. So I go, we gotta go to one where there's Planet of the Apes, man. We're gonna go see Planet of the Apes. So I look on the iPhone app, and it says, okay, take me to this one. And the guy goes, okay. I go, is that in a good neighborhood? He's like, oh, yeah. Guy barely speaks English. He takes us there. We get out, and we're giggling. Oh, we're gonna see Planet of the Apes. We walk into Planet of the Apes.
This is funny, y'all. I'm
We
sorry.
walked into Africa. We walked in the door, and there was no white people.
It's
There was no
because
white
he
people.
said,
Wait, Planet of the Apes
Pause.
didn't take place in Africa. That was a racist thing for me to say. You
That's
see
the
what I'm saying.
only thing that.
Planet of the Apes did not take place in Africa.
That was a racist thing to say.
Thank
So
you.
what
was
is he
racist?
missing out? No, let her go. What was he missing out?
The whole part of saying we walked into like Africa, that part is the only thing. He says it's racist. It's not racist because Planet of the Apes was not like done in Africa. That's not saying the whole other thing that he said wasn't racist. You get what I mean?
So you're saying he's saying there's still apes. It just wasn't in Africa.
Yes.
Okay, I can see that. I don't think that's what he meant, to be honest. But I can see how you could take that from it. Yeah, that's not a stretch. I can see that. I still don't think he's
The
racist,
only part that I would say that possibly would have brought up the racism, in my opinion, is the part where he said there was no white people there. That's what I've been like. All right, is he referring to black people as monkeys? But he literally confirmed it afterwards, saying Planet of the Apes did not take place in Africa. That was racist.
You know the fucked up part. Side note, you know the fucked up part is I'm listening to that. I'm just picturing like him walking,
and it was all black
this
people.
white dude, bunch of black people. Like,
But you guys know that's what he meant, low key.
He said what he meant.
Okay, we're not gonna argue this because I clearly feel like you guys are defending him, whatever. But I will. You guys are.
I am. I'll tell you.
You
straight
are.
up, I am. I
You
don't
are
think
defending
he's
him.
racist.
That's fine. That's your opinion.
I don't.
That's fine. Your opinion. Based off of these two clips, not a fan of this man.
So, that's my problem. You watch these two clips alone,
I already hate him.
and you hate him.
Not a fan. I don't hate nobody. He
That makes some
doesn't
sense.
have enough energy for me to hate him.
That makes some sense, Freddie. Like, think about it. Like, just these two videos, and you hate him.
Those videos are very strong.
That's fair.
And on top of that, and the other clip that you played where he was just busting a bunch of them, right? We don't even know the context that he was talking about. Like, one of the things that he was saying, he was like, what if that can be our nigga? Right? I don't know what he was talking about.
And to be fair, again, I don't want anybody to misunderstand it. It is not.
It's not okay.
Okay,
Right.
to say the N word, but there is context and nuance to everything. Yes, he should have never said it
At all.
But is he using it to offend, or is he using it for discussion? We do, like, bro, have you ever read Huckleberry Finn?
Yes.
We've all had to stand and read that book, and it got some N-words in there. And I'm pretty sure there's a class of white kids who had to fucking let that bitch fly.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all I'm saying is...
And think about it. Like, just to throw another thing, people go to concerts all the time. How many times are they saying, I know they're not blanking the word out when they're going.
70% of them fans, they ain't black.
Come on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, again, it's not okay. Clearly.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna watch them like, these fucking...
It's not okay.
Right.
But it's all about the context. And I've listened to Joe Rogan myself. I don't think that he has a bad lick of blood in his heart toward anybody.
Right.
Anybody.
Okay, now, racist or not, that conversation's aside. Should he be censored? Let's get into that. That's kind of the main...
Taking him away, I don't believe in censorship. So I don't care if it's Joe Rogan or if it's whoever.
So
I don't want.
You don't like him? Oh, you just said that.
I don't care for him.
I can't say. I can confidently say you don't like him.
I don't care for him.
But you still want his videos and all them videos. You still want that out.
I don't want censorship.
You want it out available so somebody can go watch it later.
Whoever fucking likes him wants to listen.
So
to
a racist
him.
can go click on it and have a great ass time.
That's their opinion.
Right. Got you. Okay, I respect that. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I agree. I don't think he needs to be censored. I think what makes him is the fact that he's not censored.
Okay.
If you were to censor Joe Rogan, I don't think he'd be the same.
Okay, I agree. I guess this is an easy discussion because it's just I can't stand, and it's on both sides. The fucking Democrats, Republicans. It's like I can't stand when they try to take, and it's honestly it's mostly on the Democratic side. Like they try to like deplatform these people and like ban this and cancel that. It's like, what are we doing? Like that. And when you think about it, let's say you had your way, right? And you banned everybody that says some shit that you don't agree with or makes you feel a certain way. Like, do you think that's gonna progress shit? This is how Trump got elected, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just ban people and stop them from talking because shit builds up. Like, emotions pent up. Like, again, these white dudes, right? These white dudes are all for Trump, or white people in general are all for Trump. For years, especially when Obama was in office, they got ignored. Everything they said, oh, you're crazy, or you're racist, or this, or whatever dismissive shit you use that and don't give them a voice. So when somebody, aka Trump, tags along and says the shit that they feel, they're like, that's my fucking man.
Right.
Guess who I'm voting for? And this nigga's not, he was president. You can't, this is what censorship leads to.
You know what's funny about what you're saying, though?
Yeah.
Trump actually defended Joe Rogan.
I mean,
Did
he
you know
would.
that?
He would because he's being. I mean, that makes sense though because Rogan is being attacked by mostly the Democratic side.
Right.
So of course Trump is gonna. If you're a Democrat, he's gonna do the opposite.
This is the one time where I'm like, go ahead, Trump. Truthfully, because he's telling him like, dude, you already apologized one time.
Right.
Why are you continuously? Because to his opinion, to what he was saying it makes you look weak. Which, all right, who cares if it makes you look weak or whatever the case may be. But what you did is not okay. What you've done. You haven't done it again in a while. Proving that you've grown from the experience that you had in the past. You've learned from your experiences. All right. So why are you letting that take a toll on you?
And that's... Sorry, go ahead, Freddie.
We can also say that after the fact, one of the people in DRE does say she doesn't want his show off. She just wanted him to apologize for the things that he has
Which
said.
he
That
did.
was
Which
her.
he did.
That's what I'm saying. So what all of that is, nobody's telling him. Well, not a lot of people, but not everyone is saying stop putting your shit out there. It's just you need to acknowledge that some of the shit you say are insensitive to the people that follow you.
And that's my thing though, Freddie. He did. He put out there's an apology video.
That's fine, and that's what I'm trying to.
But
sell.
I'm saying, like, I'm not trying to get you to like him. Don't get me wrong. I'm just
it
trying to
will make it.
understand. Do you understand these videos are from years ago?
Yes, I can understand there's growth. There's a lot of things that I probably said in the
You just
past
don't
that
like him.
I won't follow him. It's not like I watched him in the beginning anyways.
Right.
Like,
Okay,
it's not,
that's
and
fair.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
know,
follow him now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really hurt or break me in any way.
What's really getting to me is these artists like Neil Young, and I think there's some lady like
Did you hear the
Danny
conspiracy
something.
behind Neil Young though?
I don't even know what
There's
is
a
that.
conspiracy behind it, right?
What's it?
Okay, this is all alleged. I don't fucking know if it's true or not because I did no amount of. I will say this: I did no amount of research behind this. I'm about to just talk on my ass.
Get it? Let's do it.
Cases is it.
None of
baby.
this is verified.
So allegedly, Neil Young sold like a decent amount. I don't know the percentage, but a majority of his masters, like the ownership of his masters, to a company that has investments in I don't know what it is, but it was against Spotify. So if Spotify does bad, they benefit. And that's why he was again.
That's why he's pushing it.
Alleged. Could be complete
I mean,
bullshit.
if it is true, that makes a lot of sense.
But that's why he was like, I'm pulling my music, blah blah blah. Because one, he don't own most of the shit, so he's not making money from it.
he's
Anyway.
not making shit from it.
And two, when Spotify doesn't do good for the backlash, whatever company owns,
It's taking care of him.
profit.
Right.
Allegedly, I don't fucking know. But sorry, what were you saying?
Shit, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh no, what I was saying, but like people like like Neil Young and like they're trying to pull their music as if it's supposed to affect Joe Rogan getting taken off. And Spotify is backing him.
No, I mean, from a business sense, like I'm not sure that I agree with Spotify. Yes, because it's in favor of non-censorship.
Right.
So I agree with Spotify, but I'm not an idiot. This is a capitalistic country. At the end of the day, it's a business decision for Spotify. I invested $100 million in you. You think I'm gonna pull your shit? Get the fuck out of here. Joe Rogan already got the check, so they ain't got no choice.
Keep that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like all these artists saying like, oh, and again, I think like India.Arie, she changed her tune because at first she was like,
I think all she wanted was the apology.
right, which she got, and she was like, she like Freddie said, she did say like, I don't want you to ban him. Which I agree with.
I just want you to acknowledge what he said wasn't correct or right.
Which
he did. And that's
Right.
it. That was her end of their piece.
But it's artists like Neil Young and the other people
still
like,
going
it's
against.
like, you know, it's like, and at the end of the day, you're not going to win. You know why? Joe Rogan has damn near 10 times the reach of any news outlet.
Thank you.
And let's jump into the conspiracy side of it. Bro, this shit ain't just out of nowhere, dog. Like, come on. Like, I'm going to show you a chart, right?
I'm be honest with you.
I'm going to show you a chart because niggas did research.
You see how they can't cancel 50? They can't cancel.
That's different, though.
I'm just saying they can't cancel him.
Because that nigga generally don't go.
50 talks.
50 never go apologize for some shit that he
what?
did.
He gonna say I said it, ew, what?
Fuck. But so this chart shows, and this granted is from Q3 last year, which usually they all reflect the same.
Damn, yo, he's killing everybody.
This is viewership per show, like, and it's millions, right? The numbers are millions. This nigga has 11 million views. That's per week.
A week?
Per week. Compared to Tucker Carlson, I don't know none of these fucking shows because I don't watch the bullshits. CNN, all them shit. Like, so you're not telling me these companies aren't vested in the downfall of Joe Rogan?
Yeah, he's not.
I'm just saying, like, these videos that popped up ain't out of nowhere, yo. I'm not saying they sent Neil Young. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying these videos, the N-word compilation, how they cut it.
Yeah.
The fucking, the Planet of the Apes jokes, when they sent it out, they cut the part right before he says, oh, that was racist. I shouldn't have said that. They cut that part. You know what I'm saying? It's like, They're not out of nowhere, bro. Yeah. Yes, they're all wrong. He shouldn't have done it. The man apologized, but like I said, acknowledge what it is.